All right, hello there, welcome back to another way different video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and how they have caught some fire. They're absolutely rolling. They've won 5 in a row. I want to talk about specifically what they've been doing well on this 5-game winning streak that has really kind of changed the way that I think some people see the Lakers. It changed the way and, my faith into how they can make things work. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I think there's championship expectations now, but I think there's a lot of positive to be taking in these last 5 games. But let's talk about it. They're now the 3rd seed, sitting at 42-25. They just surpassed the Rockets. They just got the tiebreak against the Nuggets. I believe they secured. Did they secure the? I think they secured the tiebreak against the Timberwolves as well. I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they did. And all in all, just a fantastic week for this team that has desperately needed a run like this. And it's not about necessarily the wins in a row that they've had, it's who they've beaten. But let's talk about the game against the Nuggets, some of these crazy moments real quick, because there was, Lakers down 2 with about 5 seconds to go. Austin Reeves needs to miss a free throw, and you get him showing up in the biggest way possible. Clanks it off the perfect spot. DA unintentionally, I don't even know if DeAndre Ayton intentionally was trying to seal that area off from Jokic, but if he was, it was a great job. If not, then it worked out anyway. But Austin Reeves gets the ball here, goes up with it here, and it was just one of those moments where you're watching live and you're like, how? He placed it perfectly. And so maybe, I'm guessing this is what happened. I'm guessing Austin Reeves told him, hey, I'm going to the left side. That's where they're not going to have the third guy. So what I mean by the fourth guy, what I mean by that is, so real quick, let me show you guys what I mean. Since Austin Reeves is shooting the free throw, you got the 2 guys on the block, you got the 2 Laker players, and then you got the 1 guy looking to box out. If Austin Reeves did indeed tell DeAndre Ayton, I'm going to the side where there's no one boxing me out, and he's going left, that would make sense because DA kind of just seals him off, right? To the point where Jokic can't really do anything about it. Now, this is, even though you plan to go left, I don't know if you can do it any better than this. And it's just one of those plays where it's like, wow, this is how we're doing it. Another key play to me this game that shows a lot about this team's, turnaround and their grit and determination. LeBron James is known as a lot of things, but he's never been known to dive on the floor for a ball. And this is probably the first time that I've seen him do it in a Lakers uniform. It doesn't really happen too often to where you're just outright diving like this. Mostly because, when he joined the Lakers, he's on the older side, right? He's on the, what you think is on the back end of your career. And it is. It's just lasted longer than we've all thought. But Cam Johnson shoots the ball here, and Bron just completely lays out for it. And, there's some people who are like, well, this is the expectation. This is what you have to do for your team. LeBron has not done this. JJ Redick talks about it after the game. Let me just pull that up. Okay, so let's check it out here. JJ is going to mention the LeBron play. And as someone who is a Laker fan, and I've disclosed that so many times, I don't think I've ever seen LeBron do this, but let's see JJ's take on this.
You spoke to us after the Chicago game that with LeBron coming back from his injuries, while you guys had this momentum going, the only thing that matters to him is winning, making winning plays. How did he exemplify that with the play where he dove on the
I told him after the game, I said, in 23 years of watching you play in the NBA and the 3 years I watched you play in high school, I never saw you make a full-out extension dive like that. And he said, you're right, I've never done that. It's awesome. I know he'll feel that tomorrow. But that's a winning play. And
so LeBron has not done something like this to where he's just giving a full-on, he's just diving for the ball. I mean, he's 41 for one, but another thing is it's just not something you do. Again, he's a bit of, not even a bit, he's an older player. And even when he joined the Lakers, again, he was on the older side of things in terms of athletic career. So these are the things you appreciate, not only as a Laker fan, but if you're the Laker team, you're seeing this and it's starting to click like, okay, we got LeBron doing this, And the reason why I bring this up and why I think this is so crucial is because this directly coincides with him coming back and this team not losing a beat because of his willingness to say, let me put winning first. For those of you that don't know what I mean and are a little bit confused by that, there has been this narrative, and the numbers back it up, that Luka and AR are playing better without LeBron on the floor. And it's a very strong narrative. You're seeing it everywhere. The only way you're not seeing it is if you're not really too involved with, news outlets or any social media platforms, because the metrics are there and they do back it up. However, the problem with LeBron, AR, and Luka is not just the defense things. It's AR, Austin Reeves, taking a step back when LeBron's there, and he becomes the kind of a third option. Well, guess what? LeBron's out versus the Pacers. It's his first game out. Lakers win. LeBron misses the Laker game against the Knicks. And LeBron misses the Laker game against the Timberwolves. And then, people were pointing out, Lakers are actually they beat the Knicks, a contender. They beat the Timberwolves, a contender. They did it without LeBron James. What's, outside of the defense, what's the big change? Austin Reeves is getting the ball a lot more. So you look at the, box score of these games without LeBron James. Austin Reeves, 31 points, 10 for 20. He's actually a big part of the offense. Same thing with the next game, right? You go to the box score, and even if you watch the game live, you can tell as well how much more relevant Austin Reeves is. 39 minutes, 25 points, 8 for 16. So again, LeBron's out for some games, and it's all of a sudden Austin Reeves is taking a lot more shots. Well, credit to LeBron. He comes back on this Bulls game, and LeBron's not dumb. He's one of the smarter basketball players of our generation, arguably of all time. He's not dumb. He knows that, Austin Reeves has to be a mainstay, whether I'm on the floor or not. So you go to the Bulls game, 39 minutes, Austin Reeves, 13 for 20. And if you watch the game, you're like, Austin Reeves is heavily involved. You're always going to get your heavy dose of Luka, no matter what, because he's Luka. But Austin Reeves stayed extremely involved, 13 for 20. And it was he's having the ball a lot more. And then same thing with his Nuggets game. Who was heavily involved? Austin Reeves, 12 for 21. So you're seeing LeBron making that adjustment of realizing this team, in order to win, Austin Reeves has to be involved. There's a lot of defensive problems and so on and so on. But a lot of that can be fixed if Austin Reeves on the offense end can just do what he normally does. Because, before this, 5-game winning streak, a lot of people were talking dude, Austin Reeves is not, he's not having the ball enough type of thing. He's looking rough. He hasn't been playing well. This is the game before LeBron missed 16 points, 6 for 11, only 11 shots. Now you're, if you're not in the loop of what's going on with the Lakers this season, you're seeing these outings, and I'm going to go through it. This is before LeBron got hurt again and missed 3 games. But look at these outings. 4 for 15 points. And he was pressing a lot, too, in this Pelicans game. It wasn't even just about the shots, but it was he was just really pressing, trying to get things going, and it just couldn't. Same thing with this Kings game. Look at AR's output. 9 shots, 12 points. You guys get what I'm going with this, and it goes on and on, right? There was no rhythm into AR's game. So LeBron comes back, and he recognizes, he's got to be a mainstay. And so that's a big adjustment for the Lakers to make, to where, look, that lineup of, or that trio of LeBron, Luka, and AR have been criticized a lot. And despite all the criticisms to LeBron and some Laker fans being ungrateful, some, very casual fans just hating just to hate and saying, oh, LeBron this, LeBron that. Ultimately, for him to come back and understand this is what it's going to take for this team to win. And let me show you guys I'm committed by giving a full-on dive to the floor for a loose ball that ended up being a big play because the Lakers win. And so every possession, in these close game matters, and your teammates are hyped up. I mean, this is crucial. It's just crucial. You have to see it, not necessarily by LeBron, but when you see it by LeBron and you're trying to win, it's a game changer. So now look at this, 42-25. Lakers have a next big stretch of games coming up. The reason why is because they play the Rockets twice in a row. Rockets on Monday, Rockets on Wednesday. If you guys are seeing the standings and you see where the Rockets are, you're like, damn, 41-25, half a game difference. The Lakers can have an opportunity to really spread themselves out from the rest of the pack. Again, keyword is opportunity. Half a game is not a lot. But when you win 5 in a row and you're playing 2 games in a row against the team directly below you, that's a pretty monster deal. Also, I do have to acknowledge DeAndre Ayton played insanely impressive. I know you see the box score, 9 points, 9 rebounds. But here's the thing. For him to be locked in defensively and be willing to get into Jokic and to try to prevent him from doing Jokic-like things. Now, Jokic is Jokic. You know, if you look at his box score, what is it? Like, let's see, 24 points, 16 rebounds, 14 assists. Jokic is Jokic, right? But in big possessions, he was getting big stops in OT. Fourth quarter had some nice plays as well. So those are the things, you know, if the Lakers want to make a run in the playoffs and if they want to stay the 3rd seed, you know, these are the things they got to do. They got to get AR more featured. DeAndre Ayton, you never know what you're going to get out of him on any given day. But if it can be trending more upward, that's what you want to see. And then I haven't showed this yet, but it's straightforward. This is what's always going to give the Lakers a chance into doing something in the playoffs. This right here is you have the option of Austin Reeves, LeBron, and Luka. So Reeves is going to hold the ball, kill some clock. You're going to see Rui come down after the Luka screen. Then he gets an opening left and attacks it. Well, then you get the step back, which is something you see all the time by Luka, and the game winner. There's no doubt in my mind that with the player of Luka Doncic, you just never know. You just never know what could happen in the playoffs. A lot of people for a long time have been talking about how the Lakers are not doing this, not doing that. There's been a lot of trash talk. And again, I'm not saying they're beating the Thunder or the Spurs. However, clearly, very clearly, they're better than people perceive them to be. Let me know what you guys think, though. I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. For the like, subscribe. It goes a long way to help the channel. As always, this is Ollie Been Different. Always been different. And we out.